interesting for some of the people who get to see the inception of how someone has no social media following and then becomes really big. Because like I started my OnlyFans when I already had a following, and so sometimes when people ask me for advice, it's like I feel like I give pretty generic advice. In terms of it, you went from zero to where you are now. Like in the beginning, how did you market yourself?
So a lot of people feel like you just have to be a hot girl for OnlyFans, and to make a lot of money on OnlyFans, it does not matter what you look like or what you sell. All that matters is how you bring internal and external traffic. I got 2.01 on OnlyFans purely through Telegram. Telegram is kind of like an encrypted messaging app. It's very private, but basically there was just a network of a bunch of other like OnlyFans girls. And during COVID, no one was collabing or really going outside. So this was just actual like, hey, this is where like I would say like, hey, how do you guys sext? How frequently should I post? Hey, what's the best way to reword a caption? Because I mean, sometimes we think the video didn't do well, but honestly, like these fans aren't really talking to each other. It's all about your caption. At the time, I looked like a normal girl. It's like I was still relatable. But at the time, I really focused on internal optimization of my OnlyFans. Like, you know, obviously keeping it low acquisition, $3, posting frequently. Like I was just focused on like the technique and like the methodology.
And you got all this information through being in those group chats.
Yeah, because we would just exchange so many ideas. We would have coaching groups where like, you know, like a girl that would be really big would teach us how to do it, and I would just go back and forth and just ask a lot of questions. I treated it like school. I just started saying like, let me hit 25K a month, then let me hit 50K a month, then 100K, then 200K. And I'm just been continually trying to beat it. And at the time I was like, okay, well, my income is not consistent because it's consistent. It's based on the people that are already inside. Like I need to find people that will come join all the time. So I started building my Instagram, but I didn't find myself attractive conventionally yet. So I started paying for memes, and memes are kind of like the big wave. That's where I made that fake Harvard ad of myself. That's why I did the airplane thing.
You're saying you paid meme pages to post you.
Yeah.
Okay, you weren't making memes.
I was making memes.
You were making
of myself.
What's like the first meme that you
did? The first meme I made was like the fake Harvard flyer of me saying I got kicked out, and like yeah. So I would have people like Jimmy Smacks, World Star. I would say, hey, could you like post this and I'll pay you this much, and they would, and then I would get a lot of followers, because if you think about it, the average guy does not share or send pictures of you in a bikini. However, he sends memes, because memes are propaganda and they like come into your psyche.
And it works because like the story and the narrative's the big hook. Tell people this, like the story really matters. You had asked me when I first met you, like, how did you get all your media?
It's just anticipating like what, because we're entertainers, right? Whether people think it or not, like my presence on No Jumper is like a character that's reoccurring to like this like multiverse, right? So like the more like that I show up in a storyline that's created of me, like, and people relate to that and can project fantasies upon that, that just keeps, you know, money